back, everybody. So here I am out by the greenhouse again, and what do I have? Whoops, that's a dead leaf right there. Get rid of that. You don't see that. Everything is perfect here. Just kidding. So anyhow, out here propagating some hostas, and what I did is I just so I could do it. I dug up the whole whole clump of them that were over there. Let me just show you. I just dug up a whole clump here and put it in a wheelbarrow and brought it over here so I could have it over here next to, I got my potting soil and all that stuff, trying to make it to where I can do it and show you guys. So so I already took my knife and just cut one little clump, or one little, I guess, plant you would say, separate. You can see where I cut the rhizome or the roots or whatever you want to call that, cut that apart, and then now I'm going to take and pot that up. Now I've got these little pots. These are pretty small pots for this, but what I'm going to do is, man, are they going to even fit? Well, that's what I'm going to do, whether they fit or not. That's all they get, because that's all I got. Well, no, I got bigger ones, but they're not, I'm not going to allow them to be used for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, oh, you know what? Let me aim this down here so you can see better. I'm just going to take and try to fill that in, pack that dirt, that top potting soil in as good as I can. Then just put them one at a time. So let me just kind of take you back and forth, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of cutting them apart. So each plant here, I'm going to just take and cut the roots, and just kind of tear it apart. I'm going to kind of get rid of as much of, there we go. Now maybe I can get better potting soil in that one. So let's take it back over here. Grab a pot. I'm going to just put a little bit of soil in there in the bottom. Get them roots in there, pack it in around there, just like we always do with all the stuff. There we go. Let me just kind of divide it right there between the two. How's that? Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm just going to try to not destroy too much. I'm just going to kind of cut down in there. All right, I ended up getting two of them there, so I'm going to be able to cut that in half. So now we got two good ones there. Now that's cutting them roots up pretty crazy. So, but I think they're going to do fine. We'll stick them in here, and then we'll take a look at them in the spring. And these leaves here that have broken, I'm just going to cut those off of there. That way the plant doesn't try to repair them, and it can focus its energy on roots, rebuilding some roots. There we go. I'm trying to cut this into a thinner slice. So let me just kind of do that again, kind of separate that. Now I can just take maybe one piece at a time. All right, so there we go. You see how much of that rhizome's left and all the little roots, and I cut most of the roots off. We got decent roots over here, so but those will grow back. So and you can see I'm damaging leaves, so the ones that I do, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut them out. In fact, let me just cut a few of them here, and then we'll pot a few of them. See, I just totally cut that one off, so I lost that one, but I'm gonna have a bunch here. It's kind of hard to get them all. It's like here, you can see that's where I cut it from. I could probably take and cut that part, and now the leaf is cut down to nothing, so I can cut that off. But I think if I put this, just that root rhizome, in a pot, that will grow. So I'm going to do that. So I'm anxious to see if that works. And you never know, you never learn anything unless you try experiments like that. Or if you watch YouTube and other people do experiments. Okay, so there I got a pot of 10, or a tray of 10. Go ahead and set these tray at a time. Set them. You know what? I think I'll just set them back behind me here. So I changed my mind. This here in the right behind me is full sun. There, so I don't want hostas out in the full sun. So I took them back over there underneath that tree. That way they don't die instantly. We want them to die slowly. Oh, no. Nope, we want them to give them the best chance they can have. So yeah, I put them over there in the shade. I'm probably gonna have to clear out a bigger area over there. And see my little lizard buddy? He's over here. Hold on, let me show you. There's my little lizard buddy. I flipped the cart up right, and he was inside it, so he's gonna stay here with me until cause he doesn't watch. He doesn't let me catch him. He's like so quick. So he's been climbing around, having fun, just keeping safe. So anyhow, that's my little buddy. There he is. All right, anyhow, enough fun. Well, this is all fun, so. Anyhow, let me cut up a few more hostas here. Got one there already cut. All right. Whoops, just broke that one off. Here we got another, well, let's see. There's one there. See that one with all of those rhizomes there? That one's gonna put out roots here, and then all this here is gonna put out roots and start several new plants from off of that side. So this one here is gonna make a really nice full pot. there's actually a couple plants in there, but I can see that that root or that leaf is about to come apart. So I'm just going to plant that all in one pot. So that's going to be a good double, in fact, maybe even a triple plant right there. That one is just too big to fit in one of them pots, so let me grab another pot real quick. All right, so here's a couple different size pots that I've got. Let me show you here. We got, now this here is what they, okay, let me compare all three. This here's what I've been using, a little 3-inch pot. This here, try to line up the bottom so you can see. That one there is what they call a trade gallon. It's actually not a whole gallon, it's more like 2/3 of a gallon. And then this one here is somewhere in between. I think this is actually about 2 quarts compared to that trade gallon. So what I'm going to use is this one right here, because these are good bit cheaper. Where'd I put it? There we go. So this way I have some bigger plants if somebody wants a little bit more established plants. There's the next tray. That makes 30 altogether. Okay, so there's one that almost, see that little tiny bit of root there? I'm just gonna, I don't think it'll live, but I'm gonna just do a pot that up just as an experiment, because that's how we learn, right? So cut this bad leaf off. In fact, I'm gonna cut this off. I want to cut as much off as I can so that it doesn't have to try to repair all this bad stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pot that up and we'll see. I'm gonna set that. All right, so as an experiment, I'm gonna put that right next to that one that had nothing, was just the totally broken off. So that way we'll be able to know where that's at. There is tray number 5. That makes 50, well, plus the big one. All right, there's another 10. There's the next one. Let me see here. Woohoo! right, so that's 70. 10 trays of, no, 7 trays of 10 plus the 1. So we got 71 because we got this one big one. So let me run this over there real quick. I'll be right back. All right, yeah, I had to rinse my hands off, rinse my knife, rinse my knife off. Hey, by the way, my knife, let me just talk about that a second. There's different things you can use. I use these retractable blade knives. There's the kind that has the little snap off lines where you can snap them off. But I get these in like a pack of 15, and they're just kind of like a throwaway knife to me. But man, I have one of these in my pocket almost all the time. I work in construction. I always need to cut stuff. So I wear these pants, the carpenter's pants that has the little pocket on the side. I always have one there. The only time you'll see me without a pair of pants like this is maybe it's Sunday, because if I have a pair of pants that don't have this, I'm going to start getting my Sunday pants with those too. Because sometimes on Sunday you need a knife, right? Anyhow, those are pretty handy. You can use anything you feel comfortable. I like those because they reach in really deep, you know, because you can, let me just bring it back out. So, you know, some like little utility knives, that's all the farther they come out, and you can't like you'd have to like cut. With these, they go, you open it up all the way, cut in there. The work, you know, like a pocket knife would be great. I would recommend using a pocket knife for this if you love sitting inside in the evening sharpening your knives after cutting dirt all day. Otherwise, get a throwaway blade like that and get you a brand new blade when you're done. So anyhow, just thought I'd throw that in there. So anyhow, I've got a whole pile of stuff. Well, this is all some of the leaves but all down in there is roots and rhizomes and different stuff that broke off. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to just gather that up and stick it in a pot. I love doing experiments, and I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. Just stick it in a pot, put it over there with the rest of them, and water it when everything else gets watered. Maybe something will grow out of that. Wouldn't that be cool? Otherwise, it's just going to the compost pile. So it can go to the compost pile in 2 weeks if it don't start growing something. So anyhow, that's it for this one. I just thought I'd share that with you. Hopefully you got something out of that, learned a little bit. And so anyhow, I will catch you on the south side. God bless.